Okay, so let's jump right into this really powerful, kind of counterintuitive idea that the money you look like you have could be costing you way more than the money you actually have. We're going to explore why looking poor might just be the smartest money move you ever make.
All right, imagine this. You've worked your tail off, you're doing well, and you decide it's time for a new car. You pull up in that sleek ride, maybe wearing a nice watch. The salesperson, they don't see a person, they see a walking ATM. They assume you can afford whatever they throw at you, and just like that, any chance of a real negotiation just evaporates.
Okay, now let's flip the script. Same person, same money in the bank, but a totally different vibe. You roll up in an older, modest car, dressed down. The salesperson's brain just completely rewires. They now see you as someone who's watching every penny, someone who will walk away in a heartbeat. And suddenly, they've got to work for it. They're motivated to actually make you a deal. So what's that difference in perception actually worth? Well, it's got a price tag, $4,200. I mean, think about that. You just saved over $4,000, not by being poorer, but just by looking poor. And here's the kicker. This isn't just about buying a car. This little game is playing out in almost every single financial interaction you have. And that really gets us to the heart of this whole thing. There is an invisible tax on visible wealth. It's a whole series of hidden costs you're paying every day just for signaling to the world that you've got money.
See, every single time you signal your wealth, that luxury car, that fancy vacation post on social media, that designer logo, you're basically painting a giant target on your back. Yeah, a target for getting overcharged for sure, but it goes way, way deeper than that.
Let's talk about a super modern and honestly pretty scary threat, whaling attacks. These aren't your grandma's spam emails, okay? No. These guys do their homework. They're scraping your social media, checking public records, noting your job title, all to build a perfectly crafted, personalized attack designed to drain your accounts. And if you're thinking, that probably won't happen to me, think again. This is not some rare thing. The FBI is saying these targeted attacks have just exploded. They're up 62% in just the last 3 years. The more you signal wealth, the brighter you shine on the radar for these digital predators. And if they do get you, the cost is just staggering. The average loss from a single one of these successful attacks is $47,000. That is a life-altering amount of cash gone. And why? Not because you were careless, but simply because you were seen. So to really see how this snowballs over time, let's look at a little case study. We're going to compare two guys, identical finances, but totally different playbooks. Let's meet Visible Victor and Stealth Steve. Now this part is absolutely critical. You gotta get this. Victor and Steve, they make the exact same money. They have the exact same net worth. The only thing that's different is how they play the game. Victor lives to show off his success, while Steve, well, he likes to fly under the radar. And wow, do the numbers tell a story? Just look at this. In only 3 areas, cars, housing, and just general appearance, Victor is spending more than double what Steve does every year. And for what? Just to maintain that wealthy image? Let's just pull that number out and look at it. Victor is literally setting fire to over $23,000 every single year. For what? Purely for status signals. That's money that isn't buying him more time, it's not buying him more security, it's just buying perception. And here, right here, is where the magic, or maybe the tragedy happens. What if Stealth Steve just takes that cash Victor's burning and invests it? Well, in just 1 decade, he's more than $322,000 richer than Victor. That is the insane power of compounding the money you don't spend, trying to impress people. But wait, it gets even worse for Victor. It's not just the money he's spending. Over his whole life, he pays this hidden negotiation tax. Car dealers see him coming a mile away and jack up the price. Contractors give him higher quotes for home repairs. He even has less leverage in salary talks because everyone just assumes he's already loaded. So when you add it all up, the direct spending, the lost investment gains, and that lifetime negotiation tax, the gap between them becomes just astronomical.
Visible Victor could easily end up $1 million poorer than Stealth Steve. And remember, they started from the exact same place.
Okay, so this all begs a huge question, right? If the math is this obvious, why on earth do we do this? Why do we willingly walk into a trap that makes us poorer? Well, the answer, it's all in our heads.
You know, we are literally hardwired to care about what other people think of us, about our status. For thousands of years, our status in the tribe meant life or death. Today, wealth is the main way we signal that status. And every time someone compliments your car or likes that vacation photo, you get a little hit of dopamine. It feels good. And just like anything that feels good, it can become a total addiction.
And when you boil it all down, it often comes to this. You need other people to see you as wealthy because deep down, you don't feel wealthy. The people who signal the loudest about their success are often the ones who are the most insecure on the inside. They're trying to buy that feeling with external validation.
All right, so we get the problem, we get the psychology. Now for the good stuff. How do you actually do this? Let's get practical. Here is the Stealth Wealth Playbook, and we're going to break it down into 4 simple, actionable rules.
It all comes down to these 4 core ideas. First, buy for quality, not for the logo. Second, lower your threat profile. Basically, become invisible. Third, use being underestimated as your superpower in negotiations. And fourth, manage your social circle. Don't hang around people who pressure you to spend.
Now hold on, this doesn't mean you should look sloppy. Not at all. There's a really important distinction to make here. The goal is to signal competence, not wealth. Think about it. A well-fitting, simple suit signals professionalism. A giant, flashy watch just signals money. You want to focus on things that signal you're sharp and prepared, not that your bank account is full.
And in our modern world, this is absolutely non-negotiable. Social media is a huge vulnerability. Every post is just another data point for an AI to scrape to build a wealth profile on you. That little dopamine rush from a few likes is just not worth the massive long-term risk. The number one rule, keep your financial life offline.
At the end of the day, this is what we're aiming for. The single most powerful, most secure, and most freeing financial position you can be in is to have significant resources that absolutely nobody knows about. That gives you freedom, security, and true leverage.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Take a really honest look at your own life, your own spending. What are you buying for quality and for what it does? And what are you buying for status? Run the numbers. What are your status signals really costing you? The answer might just change your entire financial future.